to do that. So welcome. So you probably will want some pillows. We're going to get into that deer pose tonight. We're going to get into a little bit of that rolling over our shoulder, opening our arm. And I love to have a pillow underneath my head for both of those positions. So you can grab that and have it nearby. And then as always, take a minute or two and just kind of let your body move. So typically when we do yin, you are supposed to move your body a little bit first, not like, crazy or anything, but I'm always like, just move how you feel like moving. It doesn't have to be anything super intense. And some people may be able to just immediately be still, and that is okay too. If you're like me, you need to move a little bit first. So feel free, just let your body move you rather than you moving your body. And then begin to look for some stillness. And I invite you tonight, we're going to do a little breathing exercise for just a couple of minutes to get us started. So I invite you to place your palms facing up. So the backs of your hands are kind of resting wherever it feels most comfortable, kind of near your knee. And then take an inhale, and whenever you're ready to exhale, you're going to close both palms. So a little bit of a squeeze, a light fist. Then on the inhale, open the right hand. And on the exhale, close the right hand. On the inhale, open the left hand. And on the exhale, close the left hand. And just repeating that for about a minute or so, just allowing all of your being to center right into noticing the breath with the movement of the hand. And working to let the pace of the opening and closing of the fist match the pace of your breath. Continue a few more rounds. Opening with the inhale and closing the fist with the exhale. And begin to work your way towards your final round, going through the right hand and the left hand one more time. And then taking a couple of rounds, opening and closing both hands at the same time. With the inhale open and the exhale close. And then maybe the hand stops moving, but you still tune into the hand as if it is. Gradually taking your focus away from the hands, simply to the inhale and exhale through the nose. So just one more tool for your toolkit. Anytime you're feeling a little hurried, a little rushed, a little anxious, a little frazzled, stopping for a few minutes going through this practice. Take a moment here before we move on, just in a brief reflection of how you feel. If you do feel a little more focused, a little more centered and grounded into this time and space. Maybe your thoughts have slowed down. And gradually bring the awareness back into the hands, bringing the palms of the hands together, lifting the thumbs to our heart, taking a moment, as always, here in self-gratitude, self-kindness, self-love, self-compassion, compassionate forgiveness for yourself. Just taking a full 60 seconds here and just focus on yourself. You're praising yourself, forgiving yourself, whatever it is that you feel you need to do. But allowing it to all be in a positive light, no judgment. When you're ready, you can take your chin, bow it down towards your chest, and gently flutter your eyes open. Pause for a moment, adjusting to the light. And when you're ready, you can release your hands and gaze up. Welcome, everyone. So we're going to start making our way into that deer pose. So if you'd like to take your legs over to the right, and then if you would like to use pillows, which come in super handy in this pose, over to the left. And we'll start with a little bit of gentle movement. So light on that left hand, and just start with some easy twisting, just basically kind of through the hip socket. Just loosening a bit into the hip socket. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Nice. And then allow the hip socket to twist to where it feels comfortable, not going too far, and allow that twisting to come up higher through the torso. So belly to sternum and release. Now your right hand can stay on that right leg, or it can come forward onto the left leg. It can even reach down to the floor, whatever feels best. And then allowing that twist through the torso to come to where it feels nice. You pause there for a few breaths, noticing your breathing may change a bit here as our lungs are being lightly twisted. Try to lengthen long through the spine. Try not to crunch down. And then from here, you can kind of use that right hand to slide your pillows in towards you if you're using those pillows, and then start to reach the right arm out long, and then the left, gently pulling forward onto that left hip a little bit. Allow yourself to recline down into the pillows. The arms can stay in gold pose here, or you can stretch them long in front of you, feeling a deeper stretch, especially through the back left arm. And allow yourself a couple of minutes here and kind of just rest, just relaxation. Allow it to feel good. Enjoy breathing. If you're feeling a little anxious, you can always self-talk a bit. Letting yourself know that you're in a safe space, giving yourself permission to just be in this space. And focus on your breath. If your mind is busy, it doesn't have to be anxious, but just if it's busy, Remind yourself that it is okay to let go of the busyness of our mind for a bit of time. Sometimes that act of giving ourselves permission is all we need. Just pausing there for a few more breaths. Allow any physical tension to softly melt away. Relaxing through the glutes, the belly. Eyes can be open or closed. Whatever feels best to you. Bringing your awareness into your left arm. So that should be the one kind of in back of you. Sliding it out into a T position from your shoulder. And bring your right arm a little bit in front of you to help lift you up and move your pillows perhaps out from under your chest to more underneath just your head. And then sliding the right knee up on top of the left, starting here. And checking in, see how that feels. And then if you would like a little more, just reaching that right leg behind you, allowing your belly to roll open. The right knee can be bent, it can be more straight, just allow it to come wherever it works and feels best for you. And then if you would like to reach the right arm behind you, you can. I like to just kind of let mine fall behind my back. Any sharp pain, any excessive tingling down that left arm, roll back to where you started. This is not about, trying to stick with something that feels too intense. It's about finding the place that feels just right, where you can comfortably stay here for a few minutes. Notice your breath. Notice the subtle sensations through your body. They should be subtle. You're not looking for intense. And just keep reminding yourself that you have permission right here, right now, to feel good, to not worry, to not be busy. right? To simply feel good and be in the moment. A few more breaths in the position that you're in. And we'll start to bring the right arm back in front of us. Stack the right knee on the left. And notice the change in the sensation. Notice that little bit of ease. Take a nice inhale and a sighing exhale out the mouth. Really feel the softening. And then using your right hand to perhaps slide the pillows out from underneath you. We're going to come onto our belly, bringing the left arm up in front by our ear and the right knee out into kind of a 90-degree. From here, you can roll your chest open slightly. Rest your ear on this left arm. Now, if that doesn't feel good, feel free to curl the left arm under you or put that left arm into another position. And we're going to bend the left knee and reach for the foot with the right arm, gently pulling the left heel towards the left glute. That's a version of cat pulling tail. Opening through the left hip flexor, the left quad. And getting a subtle, gentle opening through the right shoulder. You can wiggle around, find that place that works just right for you. I like to open a little bit more, so I like to roll my chest a little more open. It gives me a deeper stretch into my quad. You might like being more towards your belly. Just find the place that works for you. Try to really soften through the right leg. Just soften through the right shoulder, not being too forceful on the pull of the left leg. And just a couple more breaths. We'll release that left foot. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Begin to press your way up. Maybe take just a couple of light cat-cows. 3 or 4. And just in gentle movement of the spine. And when you're ready, we'll work our way over to the other side so we can bring the pillows over to the right, the legs over to the left. And just repeating those moves on this side, starting with the left hand on the left hip. Just a little movement in the hip. That left knee can be as bent or straight as you like. And then allow the hip to come where it feels okay, pausing there. And let that twist come up through the torso, into the sternum. It's an easy movement, just allowing that lymphatic system to pump, the blood supply to pump. And come into that place where we feel okay on our twist, pausing there. Maybe left hand comes onto the right hip or maybe onto the floor. Slide those pillows in towards you. Begin to walk that left hand and the right hand, pull onto that right hip and allow yourself to come down. Some of you might be more on your belly. Some of you might be a little bit more to your right side. Arms in goalpost or maybe reaching them long through the elbows. Giving yourself permission, again, to rest. And sometimes we have to tell ourselves over and over again, it is okay. It is okay to rest. It's that whole talk back to yourself, right? Noticing the subconscious thoughts, bringing conscious awareness to them. With practice, it begins to become more automatic. I have noticed recently when I am dreaming, I won't say that it happens all the time, but multiple times I've been dreaming and not liking the dream, and it's almost like consciously changing my dream in the middle of it because I didn't like it. It's a really strange sensation. Maybe some of you have experienced that before. And I've noticed the more I practice this conscious awareness with the subconscious thought, the more often that happens, even in a dream. Mind is pretty amazing. Soften through your upper back. So feel that softening between the shoulder blades. And let it carry through to the chest. Bring the awareness into the right arm. We'll gently slide it down and over into the T position. Left hand will slide down towards your shoulder to help lift you, pulling the pillows out from under the chest, belly. We can slide our knees forward. Pausing here. Each side of our body is a little bit different. So just because you went one place on one side, it might be different on the other. You can stay here. You begin to lift that left leg back behind you. Remember, because you can do something doesn't mean you have to or need to. So just see how it feels. Maybe take the left arm back, maybe not. Maybe let it fall behind you. Noticing any subtle messages that your body may be giving you. Little twinges or little sharp pains that don't feel right. Make any adjustments necessary. more breaths wherever you are. Relax around the neck, the top of the shoulders. And then bringing that left arm forward, stacking the left knee. Noticing that release, that softening of the stretch. And then using that left hand, you can slide the pillows out of the way. Bring the right arm up underneath the right ear. Left knee comes forward into kind of that 90 degree. Bending that right knee, reaching for the top of that right foot. I can stay a little more towards my belly, or I can roll open a little more. Taking a few more breaths here. Reminding yourself to relax, to let go, to soften, whatever phrase works for you. Release that right foot. Bring that left hand down to the ground to get a little leverage, to just roll yourself onto your back. Stretch your arms one way, your legs the other. Oh, just taking a nice long stretch after the twisting. Maybe flexing your feet and pressing your heels away so you get a little stretch through the hamstrings, through the calves. And on an exhale, allow your body to release into Shavasana. Your arms fall softly at your sides. Your legs just go kind of whatever direction is natural. Maybe your feet fall apart. Allow your head to kind of go where it goes as well. So maybe you're right on the back of your head. Maybe you naturally roll a little bit to one side. We're not worried about how we should lie here. We are all about just letting our body go where it feels the most relaxed. So we come to the end of our official time together. I, of course, invite you to stay here as long as you like. You could come back to the breathing exercise, exhale, closing both hands. And then you could inhale and exhale opposite or both. And whenever you are ready to move, take a little bit of time. Try not to rush. You have a beautiful rest of your evening. Namaste.